Welcome back, nursing students, to Fall 2020. I'm Audrey Snyder. I'm the Associate Dean for Experiential Learning and Innovation at the School of Nursing, and I would like to introduce you to Shield Our Spartans and share with you how our campus may look a little different as you come back to the Moore building. In the Moore building, we have only two exterior doors. One is now designated as an entrance and one as an exit. The west side of the building is a designated entrance only, and we ask that you do not exit this door unless it is an emergency. As you enter the Moore Nursing Building through the double glass doors, on the left you'll see a stairwell. This stairwell is now a up-only stairwell. We ask that you not use this stairwell to come down unless it is an emergency such as a fire. You will notice as you enter the second set of double doors that the floors now have markings. And as you can see on the right in this slide, there are directional arrows indicating one way. The other thing to know is that each of these stickers on the floor are 6 feet apart to give you a visual perspective of how far you should stay apart from one another. There is now hand sanitizer at all the entrances and the stairwells. When you come in the entrance door to the right, there is hand sanitizer and pumps on the counter to your right. There is one central stairwell in the Moore building, and this stairwell is for up traffic only. As you can see in this slide, there's also hand sanitizer placed at each of the stairwells. As you can see from this diagram of the floor plan of the Moore building, the entrance that we just indicated is here with the stairwell that goes up. The central stairwell also goes up, and the east side exit stairwell goes down. There's one elevator in the Moore building, and this is on the south side of the building. We ask that you limit elevator use to those persons who need access for mobility. The elevator is limited to one person per elevator ride. Immediately outside of the elevator, you will find hand sanitizer and wipes that you can use to sanitize the elevator buttons. The student lounge on the 4th floor also has a new look. There are plexiglass barriers placed across the long tables. There's also indication of areas being marked, please do not sit here. And that's to give you an idea of where to not sit so that you can limit your exposure of someone within 6 feet. In the simulation lab and in the learning labs, we now have stickers that say, please practice social distancing. And if you can stand on this disc, you will be 6 feet away from the other person who's in the lab or the simulation with you. Your instructors for simulation and for the labs will give you further instructions about this, but realize these markings give you a visual clue to where you can stand and maintain the distancing from other people in the simulation or in the lab with you. There's directional signage in the Moore building on each floor. It's a clockwise rotation going around the main parts of the floor. There's only one exit on the 1st floor, and signage on the wall will indicate this is the exit, this is the way out. So on the east side of the building, the 2 double doors is where that you can exit the Moore building. All of the drinking fountains are closed, but you can fill water bottles at the water bottle filling station on the 1st floor and on the 4th floor of the building. All of the restrooms on all of the floors in the Moore building are limited to one person. This is because none of them, even the ones that have 3 stalls, will allow for you to be able to physically distance and maintain the 6 feet of separation. In your classrooms, you will notice that many chairs have been removed. And as you can see in this photo from the Moore 130 room, they've been placed at the front of the room, and we ask that you not move them. Space management has indicated where all of the chairs can be. We ask that when you leave class, you place the chairs back in the same spot. Later this week, you may notice that there are some yellow markings on the floor, which will indicate where the chairs should be maintained to try and keep the physical distancing between persons front to back and side to side in the classroom. Your faculty will be asking you to sit in the same seat each time that you come to class, and they will maintain a roster and it will be easier for them to tell if someone is missing from class for the day. And also, if we need to do any contact tracing, we will know who's been sitting next to who. This is the exit stairwell on the east side of the building that comes down between the two glass doors on the east side exit. And again, this is an exit only, so we ask you to not enter this stairwell to go up. Exit through the east double doors from the first floor. This is the one exit for the Moore building. This is what the Moore building exit doors look like from the outside. And if you'll remember, this is where the banner is on the side of the building. We want you to practice the 3 W's while you're on campus. You need to wear a face covering, wait 6 feet apart, and wash your hands frequently. Each School of Nursing student who's going to be in clinical will be issued a face shield, and all nursing students are being provided with a face mask with your School of Nursing logo on it. We have some suggestions for you as you return to campus. One is to bring only what you will need with you. To bring water or a drink in a bottle that closes without a straw to prevent contamination. To wear your mask when you're on campus, even outdoors, because the number of people who are congregated together outside makes it very difficult to maintain 6 feet of distance. We're asking you to complete a daily screening, and your individual course faculty will review that with you. You're being asked, if you walk onto campus, that you're adhering to the fact that you have self-screened for the day, and we will share the policy with you on this. If you are in clinical, each clinical site will have a separate guidance or policy and screening questions that may look a teeny bit different from another screening question at a different facility. So you may have 2 clinicals this semester and have 2 different questionnaires that you have to online fill out a form to adhere to the screening questions. If you screen positive or have a yes answer to any of those questions, you need to notify your faculty because you should not come into our building and you should not go to clinical. If you have any questions about your ability to be on campus, we ask that you talk to your faculty about this. We know that at some point during the semester, at least a student will probably test positive for COVID-19. So what do? You notify your faculty, you complete an on-campus self-report form, and in general, if you test positive, you'll have to wait at least 10 days and 3 days following your last symptoms before coming to campus. We expect you to follow health department guidance on what you should do, and we want you to each review the School of Nursing policy. There are 3 designated COVID-19 liaisons within the School of Nursing, Ms. Melissa Polamica, Dr. Lynn Llewellyn, and myself, Dr. Audrey Snyder. I provided you with our email addresses so that you can correspond with us. If you have questions, we're happy to try and answer those for you. Again, welcome to UNCG. Have a wonderful beginning to your fall semester.